Hey, this is Jim Lamont here from Brooks Tractor, and we're here today to teach you about the 50.35 Merlo Roto. So the first buttons I'm going to show are going to be the drive modes. So first drive mode is front wheel steer. Second drive mode is all wheel steer. Third drive mode is crab. In any one of these functions, if you are going to try and be using all-wheel steer or in crab mode, if you have the throttle up, it will help with hydraulically functioning the steering. Low throttle, you'll feel it in the steering wheel, but with high throttle, you will not feel it in the steering wheel. So we're going to go over the outriggers right now. To go over it simply, you have auto down and auto up. So to put the outriggers down, you're automatically and equidistant to each other all the way out. You're going to use this auto up or the auto down. You'll push and hold this feature. The machine will take some time. It is hydraulically driven, so if you can increase your throttle, it will move faster. As they go out, the machine will first extend them, then it will raise you, then it will balance the machine, and that's what these two buttons do. So now we're going to go over these two buttons right here, which are used to change your cab angle. So basically that makes it so you can tilt the cab so that you can see the end of your work group. So basically you have the machine set in park, you have all of your outriggers down, and then you'll be able to tilt the cab up or tilt the cab down. Very self-explanatory. So the next set of buttons I want to go over is a machine suspension or machine tilt forward and machine tilt reverse. So this is fairly simple to see. You push and hold this button and the machine's going to raise up. You push and hold this button, the machine's going to raise down. The reason you want to be able to adjust your suspension is in case you have an obstacle you're trying to get under or an obstacle you're trying to get over. If you're traveling a long distance, I recommend having your suspension up because the machine will have a better ride. This is for pitching the machine forward or pitching the machine towards the back, and the reason you would do that is if you're going to try and operate and you want the machine to be fairly level as you're either on an incline or a decline. So based on what I'm doing by maneuvering the jog shuttle, rolling it left or right, I am selecting which screen I'm in. If I want to select the screen, I push it, then I roll to which one I want to change. So this would be the minimum and maximum that we want the boom to lift. So basically you're building a box for the boom to stay in. You select it, and then you can change that. And you will see that directly change here on the screen. So we're selecting that, or sorry, right here on the screen. You'll see it move up and down. We exit that or enter that selection, then we can exit that function. And if we want to completely remove any settings, we just switch off. It takes the machine back to factory settings. So here we are going to change how fast the machine will hydraulically actuate. So we can select, let's say we want to change how fast the boom goes up. We can select it, we can change that setting to 40%, or we can change that setting to 70%. Select it and move to another function. Now this would be the down function of the boom. We can select it by pushing the switch or pushing the jog shuttle. We select a different setting, we push it again to lock it in, and then we move on. And again, if we want to remove all of those, we go to the off feature and we will remove all of them. So covering the right hand side stick of the machine. First of all, the machine is sensitive to your hand. You have to have your hand clasping it in order for it to move, otherwise it will lock out. This feature extends and retracts the boom. This button. This button right here for your thumb is used to run your auxiliary feature. You also have forward, neutral, and reverse for drive modes on the machine, And then up front here, there are 3 buttons that you cannot see that can also be actuated. There are 3 more buttons across the back. One locks out the tilt function, one allows you to lock out the auxiliaries, and the other allows you to run continuous flow. In any situation, you will have to push and hold for 3 seconds, then you will see that feature light up. You push and hold, and it will shut the feature off. On your left-hand side, you have the control for slew. This is obviously slew right and slew left. Again, you have to have your hand clasping this in order to have it actuate. If you try and control it with your fingertips, the machine is not going to move.